have you ever smoked marijuana?
I invoked the Fifth Amendment.
Alright.
Hey.
That guy pissed me off.
Dude, it was crazy. He was totally fine with you. And I walk around and I just ask, hey, just curious, are you with that truck? And he immediately snaps and he goes, I invoked my Fifth Amendment rights. What's your name and badge number? And I'm like, holy cow, like, dude, relax. Like, I just asked you if you're with that truck, and he sticks his cell phone in my face, and I'm like, that is not a normal reaction.
No, that guy was a wackadoodle.
Yeah, totally. He goes, I have...
What's up, folks, and welcome back to Audit the Law. Thank you guys so much once again for tuning in. Today I'm highlighting this particular video brought by the way of this channel here, Kootenai County Press. In this video, this man is stopped and pulled over by the Kootenai County Sheriff's Office for not using the turning signals on his vehicle. A victimless traffic infraction that would usually result in a $240 ticket if fined by the officer. But considering this video takes place in the state of Idaho, I'm positive the fine of a traffic violation is much lower. Anyhow, in this case, the driver only ends up receiving a written warning. But what I really want to highlight in this video for you folks is how the driver practices his Fifth Amendment right by not answering any of the questions unrelated to this traffic stop and actually gets this cop ticked off about it. I want you guys to go ahead and check this out. As always, I want you folks to go ahead and leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below as well. I'll go ahead and see you guys at the end of the video.
Hi, my name is Debbie Roach with the Sheriff's Office. Hey, the reason I pulled you over today is that you didn't use your turn signal on 3 separate occasions. First when you exited the gas station parking lot, then when you got onto the I-90, and then when you tried to merge into traffic.
I could have swore it might be, one of these might be out, I'm not sure.
Okay, well, it still gives me probable cause to stop. Okay, you get your license, registration, proof of insurance? Where are you headed today?
Out to my parents' house to visit them. Sorry, I didn't want him to bark or nothing.
Yeah, no worries.
Let's see. It's insurance. And you need my driver's license?
Yes, please.
I mean, no, it's kind of rhetorical. Obviously, you need it.
All right. Any reason why your license would be suspended or revoked?
Oh, heck no.
Not on probation, parole, or anything like that? All right,
no, it's valid.
Okay, just sit tight. I'll be right back with you, okay?
Yeah, is that the car with you?
I invoked my Fifth Amendment.
Sir,
Can I get your name and badge number, sir?
No.
So I know who you're talking to?
Is that truck with you, yes or no, for officer safety reasons?
I just invoked my Fifth Amendment.
Hey, Rose.
I verbally and unambiguously invoked my Fifth Amendment, and then you asked me another question.
Right, so though your Fifth Amendment doesn't apply to those questions.
What we're going to do is I'm going to give you a...
Alright folks, check this out. Throughout the years, cops have learned a series of different tricky ways of deceiving the people. It appears that this cop hasn't mastered in that aspect just quite yet, but you folks must always remember that when dealing with the police, cops are always allowed to lie to you. You have the right to invoke your Fifth Amendment right at any given time when dealing with the police. The reason cops pull the officer safety excuse so much is because they are instilled with this mindset during their 6-month training in the academy, along with brute force and pain compliance.
It's called pain compliance. When you stop resisting.
Ow! I'm not resisting!
Because that's all what officer safety really is. It's just an excuse for them to use force against you, or for you to answer their questions, like this cop just tried to do with this driver here. Having situational awareness is one thing, but to be taught to fear everything and the slightest movements of an individual is the reason so many cops out there are messed up in the head. The very last thing they are taught, if even taught at all, is the knowledge and basics of the oath they swear to. This is to uphold the natural rights of the people, and folks, that is just quite the opposite of what we see in today's society. Let's keep watching.
He's lawyering up all of a sudden. I asked him if that car's with him, and he pulled the phone out and said, I revoke my right to remain silent. So, just so you know.
Okay, Robert's on the way.
He came from down by the cemetery area. I'll drive up, and if you're good for a sec, I'll drive up and see what this truck is.
New state return.
I'm Detective Langer. We don't have badge.
I see it now when I look over there.
All right, Mr. Webb. So today what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a warning citation for not using your turn signals, okay?
Yeah, I need to keep on top of that.
Yeah, this one's not working. This one's flashing and this one isn't.
Which
so
one?
Your driver's side's not working.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I just got done fixing the headlights not too long ago.
Okay. Well, I mean, you may have thought that you signaled, but with it being out.
Oh, I could have forgot too. I do that sometimes. I'm on purpose.
Okay. So there's your driver's license. So that warning citation, you don't have to do anything with it. There's no follow-up needed. It's not a fine. It's just basically a written warning saying, hey, I advised you, you weren't using your turn signals. We know that one's broken. You need to get it fixed.
Yeah, I'll go to O'Reilly's and get the. Sorry, I just had Pepsi.
Do you have any questions for me about the stop?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
I think we solved it pretty good.
He said if it's officer safety, then you don't invoke the fifth, and then, yeah. I had no idea who that person was.
Well, this completes the traffic stop. Can I ask you a question? Did you serve?
Alright folks, a quick word of advice I would like to give to those of you watching is when being pulled over by the police, you always have the right to invoke your Fifth Amendment to not answer any of their questions that could possibly incriminate you. As soon as this cop told this man that the traffic stop was complete is the exact moment the driver should have rolled up his window and said nothing else to this cop. It is against the law for cops to detain you for an unreasonable amount of time for what the initial stop was for. In this case, it was a minor traffic infraction that shouldn't last longer than 15 to 20 minutes at most. I think cops have realized this and found a way to work around this legality by saying that the traffic stop is over and then immediately continuing to ask questions that are completely irrelevant to this traffic stop. Kind of like what you folks just witnessed here. This is what you would call a retaliation tactic used by police in efforts to find something that may incriminate you.
Can I ask you a question? Did you serve?
Yes, I did.
Okay, what branch of service were you in?
In the Army.
In the Army? Okay, when did you get out?
I got out in, well, I was in the inactive Ready Reserve in 2014.
Okay.
And then I still got an ID that says I'm not a civilian.
Okay.
So I can get on base and whatnot.
Right on. So what was your MOS?
11 Bravo.
11 Bravo. Okay, so I was a 13 Foxtrot. I did that job for a lot of years before I was a cop.
Heck yeah.
So
what is that?
It's forward observer.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, so I was out there calling artillery and stuff like that.
One of those guys attached to us when we were in Iraq.
Okay, so just from one veteran to another, it's a little weird for us, especially now that I do this job. Somebody that used to give their life to, or still does because they have an ID card, right, to a life of service, right, it automatically invokes their rights because then that makes me feel uncomfortable, right?
Oh, I didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable.
Right. Well, when you do it with my partner and everything else, it makes it seem like you got something to hide.
No, I didn't.
Okay? So the big thing right now, what we're out here trying to do is we're trying to find people that are doing things that they're not supposed to.
Right.
Right? People that are leaving high crime areas, people that aren't following the traffic laws, and people that are slinging dope.
Right.
Right? So as long as I don't see anything that is going to lead me to believe that probably the most that you've done in the past 10 years
and that's why
is marijuana, right? Have you ever smoked marijuana?
I invoked the Fifth Amendment.
All right. You're good to go. If I'm not going to play games. You can go.
Hey.
That guy pissed me off.
Dude, it was crazy. He was totally fine with you. And I walk around and I just ask, hey, just curious, are you with that truck? And he immediately snaps and he goes, I invoked my Fifth Amendment rights. What's your name and badge number? And I'm like, holy cow, like, dude, relax. Like, I just asked you if you're with that truck, and he sticks his cell phone in my face, and I'm like, that is not a normal reaction.
No, that guy was a wackadoodle.
Yeah, totally. He goes, later I came back when I drove up there. He's like, well, I have. And I'm like, well, that's fine, but what in the world? Like, that's still not a normal reaction.
I have, but I don't act like that when a cop pulls me over.
Exactly. So, I bet he had some weed, but that's a waste of our time, so.
Well, right, exactly when I said that, and I invoked my, okay, you're wasting my time, I'm not going to play games, bye.
Exactly. Yep.
Alright folks, I want you all to let me know what you think about this one in the comment section down below. If you appreciated this video, I want you all to hit the like and subscribe, as well as the bell notifications down below for future videos. But of course, more importantly, the original video and original channel links will be down below in the description, as well as in the comment section. Make sure to head on over to this guy's channel and let him know I sent you. I'll see you guys on over in his comments. I just want to give this gentleman props for standing up for his rights. In my honest opinion, folks, I think it's quite disgusting to see a cop say that someone flexing their rights makes them uncomfortable. When cops have a hard time catching suspects, you best believe they will try their absolute damnedest to try and create one. There was a comment left on the original video that I couldn't agree more with, is that this cop should find a job that is more suitable for his beliefs. This just goes to show how much cops care about our Constitution and what it means for the people. And obviously, folks, that is very little to none. Before we put an end to this video, I'd like to go ahead and inform you of your natural rights. You have a right to freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, and the freedom to petition your government for a redress of grievances. Remember, folks, that if you don't know your rights, you don't have any rights. This was once said by an actual judge in the court of law, and I think that tells us everything we need to know about the justice system we live in today. Once again, I would like to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Oh, you are not subscribed. Do it now or get off YouTube, bitches.